It's the 2003 Boys State Basketball Tournament from Target Center. Our second championship game of the day. Class 2A. Litchfield goes for the repeat against DeLaSalle for the 2A Boys State Championship. Hello, everybody. Ryan Lund back at Target Center atop our Fox 9 perch here and getting ready to see the #1 ranked team in the state, Litchfield, going against DeLaSalle. DeLaSalle undersized, underrated, and their coach says, hey, I hope people also underestimate us. We shall see. Take a look at our Nissan brackets. Litchfield advances with a relatively easy semifinal win against a tough Zumbrota-Mazeppa team. DeLaSalle held off Esco in our fourth and final semifinal game last night here at Target Center. With me now, Tom Linneman, former Mr. Basketball candidate for Melrose. And Tom, we saw the #1 team in Class 1A in Mankato Loyola. We get another look now at another #1 team, Litchfield, in Class 2A.
Yeah, it should be very exciting. Litchfield, a team who beat Minneapolis Henry, a class up by 20 points earlier this year. Litchfield's a fantastic basketball game. Champions last year. Can they do it again this year?
The Dragons have a big man in the middle, John Carlson. He's going to Notre Dame on a football scholarship. But last night, Carlson only had 4 points, and Litchfield still able to win because of the play of its guards.
Well, that's exactly right. What they did was they collapsed on Carlson. Joe Patton was unconscious from three-point land. Terry Early hit some threes. Hans Hogue hit some threes. They have so many weapons.
More on Terry Early here, our Wendy's scouting report. One of the many guards that Litchfield can throw at you.
He's a great defender. Coach John Carlson will put him on J.D. Jones today. That's his assignment. Always getting the best player. A three-point threat. He had 3 trifectas yesterday against Zumbrota-Mazeppa. And he creates matchup problems. He's 6'5", 210. He can step out, hit the 3, but also can mix it up down low.
Whether it's Early, Hogue, Patton, you name it, lots of great guards that Litchfield will throw at DeLaSalle. Speaking of great guards, Jeff Grayson has one sitting next to him. Let's go to Jeff and Trent Tucker.
Thanks a lot, Ryan and Tom. I would call you a great guard. What do you think? You're here on the hardwood.
I'm okay.
They still ferry him from downtown. We're downtown at the Target Center, and this guy could still hit from downtown. As we get you ready for Litchfield and DeLaSalle. Trent, obviously you've got well-coached teams if you get to this point, but these Litchfield Dragons, to me, are as well-coached a team as you're going to see in the state of Minnesota because they know what they do well, and they don't make many mistakes under head coach John Carlson.
It's a strong basketballing team from top to finish. The inside guy, John Carlson, is a tough guy to deal with down low, but when he's double-teamed, he's able to kick the ball out to his perimeter shooters, and those guys can knock down those shots.
Well, on the DeLaSalle side, as Ryan and Tom talked about, they're the surprise team. DeLaSalle has a great basketball tradition under those Allen Anderson and Ben Johnson teams coached by Dave Thorson. You know, they've won state titles in 1998 and 1999. But they're the surprise of this 2A bracket to be this far.
And what makes them tough is their regular season schedule because they play so many tough teams throughout their regular season that allows them to get themselves prepared for moments like this.
Well, both these schools believe in playing up in the competition. They go up in classes. Litchfield's only 2 losses. They lost by 7 to 4A school Bloomington Jefferson, and they lost by 1 to a school from Missouri. When you talk about Litchfield, we start with Joe Patton. Look what he did. 19 points last night, including 5 of 6 from three-point land.
Yeah, he can shoot the basketball well from downtown. He knows with a strong inside game, the defense will have to collapse. He will be freed up to shoot the basketball from the outside.
Well, Joe Patton had 19. Hans Hogue and Terry Early had 17 apiece. And, well, Tom and Ryan were talking about John Carlson, the player, not having many points. He only had 4. He had 9 rebounds and 6 assists. So even though he didn't score, the big man down low still flew it back outside for those long shots.
Well, he's a major threat because he knows that the defense will collapse on him first. He's very unselfish. He's willing to pass the basketball to his teammates because he understands that if they are free, they can knock those shots down.
So Litchfield's had a fairly easy time in this tournament. DeLaSalle got the big lead on Esco last night, and then Esco came back before DeLaSalle finally pulled away. They are led by Richard Rucker.
He's a very good player indeed. I mean, he's a guy that can shoot the ball from the well outside. He's a 3-year player, so he should be able to provide some leadership for this team in a crucial game.
Yeah, that's a good point, Trent, because they are a young team. Rucker with 15 points last night in that win. And what I found interesting when we talked to him after the game, he specialized in getting rebounds off of missed free throws, and I know opposing coaches hate those. He'll have his hands full trying to get those today against John Carlson.
So if you don't block out and if you fall asleep, he's quick enough to step inside to give his team some extra chances. And if you get some extra looks today, that could be the key and the difference.
One final note we want to pass along. DeLaSalle head coach Dave Thorson, his father Jerry is in a hospital up in Fargo, North Dakota. He wanted to wish get well wishes to his dad. Well, in our first game, the #1 team won the championship. We'll see how Litchfield does against DeLaSalle. The 2A title game is next.
The Minnesota State High School boys basketball tournaments on Fox 9 are brought to you in part by U.S. Bank. Other banks promise great service. U.S. Bank guarantees it. Menards. Save big money at Menards. Chevrolet and your local Heartland Chevrolet dealers. Dairy Queen. DQ something different. And Arctic Cat ATVs and snowmobiles.
It starts as a simple idea, a new way of looking at things. And before long, that idea becomes so big, so revolutionary, that it changes everything you do. At U.S. Bank, it's the 5-star service guarantee. 5 ways that you'll get focused and attentive service from every department, every person, every transaction. And that's more than a promise. That's a guarantee. The 5-star service guarantee. Welcome to the new U.S. Bank. This changes everything.
Put in energy-saving Wenco vinyl windows from Menards and don't pay for 12 months. They're maintenance-free with a lifetime warranty and feature high-performance, low-E insulated glass. Sliding windows start at $69.99. Get extra storage with this vinyl split-lid storage unit by Rubbermaid. On sale $79. This modular shed assembles in less than 2 hours and has 9 times the storage space, $288. Store it and save at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We're here at this year's auto show, and the scene is electric. See the future, but take advantage of great deals today. Now, qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing on a 2003 Chevy Malibu and Impala. Or GM owners get $3,500 total cash back on Malibu and Impala. $500 auto show bonus cash ends March 31st. See your select Heartland Chevy dealers today.
Fox 9's coverage of the 2003 Minnesota State Boys High School Basketball Tournament is being brought to you by Great Clips, guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style, and by Chrysler. Cars so beautifully designed and brilliantly engineered, you can't help falling in love. Welcome back to the Target Center. We're ready for the 2A championship game. Here's Tom Linneman with a game plan being brought to you by Arctic Cat.
Well, thanks, Jeff. The Arctic Cat game plan for Litchfield, the inside-outside game. Take what DeLaSalle gives them. DeLaSalle have to force the Dragons outside. I know Zambroda Mazeppa tried the same thing yesterday. They have to hope that Litchfield does not knock down the threes. And do you believe in miracles? The 69 Mets, 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team. Can we add the 2003 DeLaSalle Islanders to that list? Jeff.
Let's meet the teams. Here's public address announcer Dave Wright.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Target Center and the Class 2A championship game between the champions of Section 5, the Litchfield Dragons, and the champions of Section 4, the DeLaSalle Islanders. Now let's meet the rosters for this championship game. First, let's meet the reserves for Litchfield. Number 5, Justin Tim. Number 32, Jonathan Early. Number 33, Preston Holtz. Number 34, Mike Gustafson. Number 35, Eric Holmgren. Number 40, Jordan Anderson. Number 43, Sean Nordine. Number 45, Adam Mathwig. Number 50, Aaron Goroskowski. Number 52, Josh Baumgartner. Number 54, Tony Nelson. And number 55, Robert Brusowitz. Now let's meet the non-starters for the DeLaSalle Islanders. Number 12, Lavelle Jackson. Number 15, Nate Ossel. Number 22, Paul Leffler. Number 32, Gio Jadillo. Number 42, Janelle Holman. Number 43, Ben Lenyard. Number 44, Quentin Moore. And number 52, Garon Patterson. And now let's meet the starters for both teams in alternate order. For Litchfield out of forward, 6'5", senior number 21, Terry Early. For DeLaSalle at forward, 6' freshman number 34, Cameron Rondo. For Litchfield at forward, 6'2", senior number 23, Hans Hogue. For DeLaSalle at forward, 6'3", senior number 35, Richard Rucker. For Litchfield at center, 6'6", senior number 41, John Carlson. For DeLaSalle at center, 6'1", junior number 14, Grant Hargett. For Litchfield at a guard, 5'11", senior number 3, Joe Patton. For DeLaSalle at a guard, a 5'11", sophomore number 11, Travis Bledsoe. And for Litchfield at guard, 6' senior number 4, Dan Devine. For DeLaSalle at guard, 6'11", junior number 24, J.D. Jones. The assistant coaches are Matt Drager, Ken Gustafson, and Jason Michaels. Head coach of the Dragons is John Carlson. Assistants Dan Robisco, Broderick Powell, and Todd Anderson. Head coach of the Islanders is Dave Thorson. The officials for this game are Mike Cullingswood and Paul Conrad. And again, a couple reminders, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay off the court at all times. And no smoking inside the Target Center.
We're set for the 2A championship. The starting lineups are being brought to you by Dairy Queen. Litchfield has 10 seniors on the team. You see Dave Thorson. He's got a young team with only 3. Patton, Devine, Terry Early, Hans Hogue, and then John Carlson in the middle. And on the other side, a young team, a smaller team, Trent. Richard Rucker is 6'3". Cameron Rundle's 6 feet, but he's only a freshman. And then J.D. Jones, a great shooter, at 6'1". Hargett is also 6'1". Bledsoe, 5'11". This is a small team. They're going to give up some size here today.
It's a small team indeed, and look for them to play a lot of zone defense to take away the inside game of Litchfield. And now look for Litchfield outside shooters to get some clean looks. If they can knock down some shots, that's going to help the inside game of John Carlson indeed.
Both these programs, both these coaches know what it's like to taste the sweetness of state championships. Litchfield won it in 2000 and 2002. DeLaSalle has won 4, most recently under Coach Thorson in 1998 and 99. So here we go, DeLaSalle, the road team, in gold trimmed in white and black. The Dragons in their familiar green trimmed in white. Inside right away, Hargett ran out of space and he traveled.
Good job by Litchfield to start the game with a strong defensive stance.
There's Dave Thorson. Wanted us to pass along his get well wishes to his father. He is intense. He'll be up throughout this entire game, encouraging and shouting. He is a fiery head coach. He was a Clem Haskins assistant with the Gophers up until the mid-90s. Patton for 3. Starts where he finished last night.
Moves so good without the basketball. He can run to that spot. He has a quick catch and shoot release. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Joe Patton, 5 of 6 from three-point land last night. He had 19 in the 60-44 win over Zambroda Mazeppa. There's Richard Rucker outside to Cameron Rundles, averaging 10 points a game. Dave Thorson said he's the guy who drives the car, and he's not eligible to drive. He said he's the guy who drives the engine of this team. From outside, J.D. Jones, no. Jones is 6'1" junior. Win or lose, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this DeLaSalle team in the future because they are so young. 3 seniors, 5 juniors, 4 sophomores, and then the freshman Cameron Rundles in the starting 5. Whereas Litchfield is a veteran team. They've been here before. These players have. Carlson inside.
So good inside feed, good catch by Carlson, and then the strong step for the lay-in.
One thing about these Dragons, too, they talk a lot in the best sense of the word. They don't trash talk. They talk on the floor to each other.
They communicate. And that's when you want your players talking the most.
Yeah, that's right. Seems to be a little bit of a lost art sometimes, but they're all talking. They're kind of like 5 coaches on the floor besides the head coach, John Carlson. Travis Bledsoe, a 5'11" sophomore. Here's Rucker. Came up big last night in the second half. J.D. Jones for 3, and Dave Thorson calls him the best pure shooter he's ever coached.
That was a great screen to set up Jones for that 3-point shot.
Back to Terry Early. No. Rebound. Carlson was there. So was Grant Hargett. And it'll go out of bounds to DeLaSalle.
By DeLaSalle being a small team, all 5 guys will really have to rebound. They really have to block out first and then go get the basketball. Because if this game becomes a jumping contest on the inside, DeLaSalle could not win that matchup.
Enrollments at these schools fairly even. Litchfield 557, DeLaSalle, a private school here in Minneapolis, 482, about 70 students difference. Here's J.D. Jones. High arcing shot, no. Carlson gets the rebound. Quick pass to Patton. Patton pulls it back out, and there's that court awareness you were talking about, Trent.
And also good job by DeLaSalle to get back in transition to slow down the break.
John Carlson drawing the foul on the post.
But also you talk about the patience as well. The break was not there, but they were able to take their time to run their offensive set to find John Carlson as he was streaking towards the hoop.
First foul on Grant Hargett, first foul of the game. Left side, Joe Patton. That's Terry Early. They go trying to go inside to Carlson again. Hargett on the defense. There's Early driving. No. Fight for the rebound. It goes again. Patton. Oh, he hit the deck as he shot, and here comes DeLaSalle on a bust out. This is Hargett. We are tied at 5.
Good concentration because the defense was in a hurry to get back to break up the play. Nice, strong finish at the basket.
Both coaches incensed at that last sequence on this end of the court. They both thought there should be fouls called on the other team. Of course, I don't ever hear one say they should be called on their own. Could I be a little more redundant? Inside to Carlson, another foul, and Carlson is getting DeLaSalle to commit some fouls here down low. We are tied at 5, an early start here on the Arctic Cat scoreboard.
What's new with Pontiac? Everything. Current GM owners and lessees can now lease a new 2003 Pontiac Grand Am SE for around $179 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for lease details. See your select Pontiac Excitement dealer today.
Fact. Wix Furniture has great-looking living rooms at low prices every day. Great value by the piece, unbeatable savings by the room. like this wash denim sofa, just $6.99. Or get sofa love seat and 3 tables, just $17.99. This plush sofa is $6.99, only $18.99 for the 5-piece package. Or choose this classic tone-on-tone sofa, $5.49, just $12.99 for the package. No money down, no payments, and no interest until September 2004. Now at Wicks Furniture.
For our boys basketball memory right now, we go back to 1991, the Class A championship. 2-class basketball, Chisholm over Walnut Grove, 77-61. Chisholm went 29-1 with a help from a 14-zip run in the fourth quarter. Chisholm led by 1991 Mr. Basketball winner Joel McDonald. He established a record for career points in Minnesota with 3,292. He broke Janet Carvinen's record, who had just over 3,100 points. The McDonald name, famous up there in Chisholm, coached by his father, Bob. And we're back. John Carlson swings it. He gets it back and has that left-handed touch.
Just a good recognition by the wing player. Saw the defense rushing at him, used the bounce to get by to draw the defense, and then makes a nice interior pass to John Carlson for the finish.
Litchfield gets the lead back. Carlson with a couple of baskets. He had 4 points all of yesterday, but he's got 4 already, and I think he just picked up a blocking foul on the baseline, his first.
Reggie Rucker does the smart thing, seeing that John Carlson has left his comfort zone on the defensive end. He has extended his defense. Anytime you see a big guy leave the basket area, put the ball down on the floor and go right at him.
John Carlson will play tight end for Notre Dame on a full scholarship inside Rucker. And we're back to tie. 7 up. Left side, that is Dan Devine. Coincidentally, the late Dan Devine, a Notre Dame football coach, and we've got a Notre Dame recruit playing football. Good defense by DeLaSalle. Patton thought about it. He'll bring it back out. That is Hans Hogue. Over to Early. Carlson trying a post-up Rucker, overplay, almost a reach. Inside Carlson. Hogue got the pass, couldn't put it down, and it's a DeLaSalle foul down low.
DeLaSalle is very quick on the defensive end. They have quick feet. They can get into the passing lane. They are able to recover, but Litchfield is so patient with their offensive game plan. They will not panic. They will make the extra pass to find the guy for the best shot.
First foul on Lavelle Jackson. This is Hans Hogue at the line. He had 17 last night, 7 of 13 from the field. Litchfield just was red hot, or green hot, I should say, from downtown last night. They were just firing it up, and John Carlson didn't really need to score that much inside. Got a push off or a lane violation after the second shot, so Hogue will get another chance right here to make it a 2-point game. Yeah, just the balance last night. You had 3 players combined for 53 points, 53 of the 60.
Like you said, Jeff, the best player only had 4 points, but he made life easier for his teammates.
Yep. Carlson had 4 points, but then he had the 9 rebounds and the 6 assists. Patton with a deflection. Here's Early. Waits for his team to come back.
In no hurry. Always poised, under control.
Hogue creates space, back to Early. Oh, he'll take the 3. In fact, the net is kind of flipped down there. Fight for the rebound. Carlson is fouled once again. There are a couple players down there. Boy, he has got to be tough to box out. I'd love to see him play against Chris Humphries.
Yeah, that would be a good matchup. I mean, he's just so strong. He's always moving. He never becomes a stationary player, so that makes him tough to be blocked out. And when he can use his strength on the inside, he can work over smaller players.
First foul on Richard Rucker. Team fouls adding up a little bit for the Islanders. That's 4 on DeLaSalle. Litchfield with only 1. They're dominating inside. So he shoots righty. He likes to take those close shots in the post with the left hand. DeLaSalle inbounds the ball. This is Travis Bledsoe against the pressure as Litchfield throws a new look at the Islanders. John Carlson wanted double dribble there. They swing it left side. Jackson, short. Comes out to Terry early.
Anytime you face the full court pressure, you have to keep the ball in the middle of the floor.
Carlson switches to Devine. Open, Hogue. Carlson swings it. Look how they move the ball. Patton, too much. Carlson inside. He's going to have a field day at this rate.
Right now, he's a man among boys down low.
7 for John Carlson, and the lead is 5. 5 straight for the Dragons. In transition, the Islanders, they bring it back out. That's Rundles switching it to Travis Bledsoe. What a future Cameron Rundles has. A 6-foot sophomore, following in the footsteps of Alan Anderson, who's at Michigan State, and Ben Johnson, who started at Northwestern and came to the Gophers. From downtown, J.D. Jones, no.
And by DeLaSalle being a small team, there will not be many opportunities for them to offensive rebound.
Carlson, the left hand off the window, and he is fired up, and he's got 9 already.
Looking like Dave Collins.
Oh, you took the words out of my mouth. The lefty inside. Rucker had it. He couldn't put it down.
The inside presence of John Carlson forced Rucker to come up empty.
Oh, they are just unbelievable right now. Carlson touch pass. Hans Hogue put it down, and the Dragons are on a 10-point roll right now.
Start a banking relationship with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but roll out the red carpet. Stop by a nearby U.S. Bank now and sign up for free checking with Checking That Pays and earn cash back every time you use your check card. See a friendly U.S. banker for details. Pay your bills online with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but teach you how to type. Stop by U.S. Bank now and sign up for free internet banking. Plus, take advantage of internet bill pay free during your first 60 days.
To the Litchfield cheerleaders, about the only L Litchfield has associated with its program is its initial, because Litchfield just doesn't lose many games. They came in here with a 29-2 record. They lost to Bloomington Jefferson by 7, a 4A school, and they lost to Hickman from Columbia, Missouri by 1 point. So that's it. They didn't lose to a 2A school. They also beat Sauk Rapids Rice, and they beat Minneapolis Henry, who are playing for the 3A title tonight. So they're as good as they get in 2A. DeLaSalle, though, hanging in there on the boards. Bledsoe couldn't put it down.
And what makes Litchfield so good, Jeff, these guys have been together for so long.
Carlson inside. He's been ruling the rebounding. That's a good point, Trent. These guys have 10 seniors and 6 juniors. I mean, they got just about the whole team from last year back that won the state title. You can just see how they know where everybody is, and you have to give Coach John Carlson a lot of credit, but he's done a great job with them. But they do a nice job on the floor. Almost hitting the shot was Devine, but a great quarter for the Dragons. DeLaSalle trying to get on track, but John Carlson, the leader, he had 9 of Litchfield's 17. They take a 10-point lead to the second quarter.
You're watching Minnesota State High School Tournament coverage here on UPN 29. I'm Chris Kanangla. The conflict in Iraq has disrupted our lives in many ways, including television programming. In an effort to provide both continuous war coverage and tournament broadcasts, the games have been moved from Fox 9 to UPN 29. For war coverage, turn to Fox 9 and keep it here for high school championship action. UPN 29 News will have news updates throughout the tournament and break in with special reports as necessary.
Hey, desperate for some mood-altering funny stuff?
Wow.
Turn to UPN 29 at 6 for your weeknight comedy fix.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
One hit of The Simpsons.
That sounds super duper.
A dose of that 70s show.
And lots of it, yeah.
A humor high this good should be illegal.
I can't go to jail. I have to cheer tomorrow.
Get your weeknight comedy fix at 6 on UPN 29. It's a no-brainer, dude.
Well, the DeLaSalle cheerleaders had a lot to cheer about early. It was tied at 7. But Litchfield's on a 10-point roll, and they lead by 10 points as we go to the second quarter. With Trent Tucker, Ryan Lund, Tom Linneman, I'm Jeff Grayson. Litchfield showing why they're number one, and they could be number one of all the teams in
No
Minnesota.
doubt. I mean, to beat Henry by 20, now that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. See the rebounding edge. It's all John Carlson right now.
I mean, he's just too strong on the inside. Somehow, some way, DeLaSalle needs to pack in that defense and force the outside shooters once again to beat them from downtown. Because right now, John Carlson by himself down low is too much to deal with.
Litchfield 7 for 14 from the field. He's 5 for 5. Talking about Carlson, 5 for 5 from the field.
He's very active. You know, he brings a strong mentality, a football player indeed, so he's rough and tough down low.
Rest of the team 2 for 9. But when you have Carlson in low like that, and their front court scoring, they've outscored DeLaSalle in the front court 16-4. So they had that three-pointer, and that's been it from outside for the Dragons as they changed their game plan from last night. Here come the Islanders. Let's see what kind of shot they get against this taller Litchfield D. Tough shot on the run for Rundles.
See, right now, DeLaSalle cannot find no space on the floor to get a good shot.
Carlson swings it the other way, and there's a blocking foul called on J.D. Jones. That's his first. One of the many players who will be back next year. His first foul. He's a 6'1 junior.
Because Litchfield defense is so quick to take away the angles, they take away the vision, they get up and challenge every shot. And when you face tough defense like that, it's very tough to run your offense.
And they have 10 seniors, so they've got the experience. But you can tell that Dave Thorson has had a lot of fun coaching this Islander team this year because they're thinking of the future, and it came a little bit early.
These young players are tough because they have played against some of the tough teams in the country, and that has prepared them to get to this moment.
From outside, Bledsoe. And Islander fans like that as they hit double digits and get off that 7. But right away, it's Litchfield on the run to Dan Devine.
When you score a basket, there's no time to celebrate. Get back on defense and play defense first, because if you fall asleep, Litchfield will make you pay.
I think they're surprised because Litchfield's been so good in the half-court game, but they saw the opportunity to get an easy 2 at the other end after, as you said, a made hoop. Back to an 11-point game. Driving, Rucker, he goes to the hole and hits.
Good job by Rucker using his speed and quickness once again to beat John Carlson down the baseline.
Richard Rucker with 4. That's where DeLaSalle would like Carlson, out there. Rucker giving up about 4 inches in height as Litchfield turns it over.
Pretty good job that time on the defensive end by DeLaSalle to force Litchfield into a bad pass. It's a team that does not make many turnovers.
Well, that's their first one of the game, Trent, and we've played about 10.5 minutes. That's their first turnover.
That's very good. Very well coached, very well organized. They understand exactly what they are supposed to do on the offensive end.
Well, let's take a look at something that's been a bright spot so far. Richard Rucker, aggressive going to the basket. He converts this one.
Playing against a bigger and slower player, using his foot speed to walk down the baseline for a tough hoop on the inside.
Do you keep trying those three-point shots, or what do you think if you're DeLaSalle here? They're only down by 9. It feels like it's more than that. Patience, you shoot the 3. What do you think?
Patience is the key for them because they have to slow this ball game down. If this game becomes an up-tempo game, it's going to favor Litchfield. If you can make Litchfield play defense, if you can swing the ball 4, 5, or 6 times, sooner or later you're going to break down the defense, and then you can step into a gap for a shot. But Another thing that has to happen for DeLaSalle, they must team rebound. They cannot be one guy on the inside to rebound by himself.
There's a look at the black and gold of DeLaSalle, the Islanders, champions in 1985, 88, 98, and 99. This is their 13th tournament and 6th in the last 7 years. We talked about Dave Thorson. He is used to being at the state tournament, whether it's in St. Paul or Williams Arena or here at the XL Energy Center. And he also knows what it's like to go against a super team. He lost to Caledonia back in 1997 in the championship game. But then the next year came back and won the state title. Rucker inside.
See the patience. Spread the defense out. Put your best athlete against a slower and bigger and stronger player and let him work. Rucker has worked around Carlson 2 straight times for lay-ins.
Going down on the drive, Terry Early drew the foul.
See Jeff by showing the patience on the offensive end, swinging that ball from strong side to weak side. Now the defense has to shift. And when you can catch the defense off balance, that's when the offensive player is allowed to make a move toward the hoop.
Well, Richard Rucker giving the Islanders some life here on the U.S. Bank scoreboard.
Now get Jeep Wrangler for around $15,500. Check one out today.
Kevin and Jeff are really hammering through, both going strong.
Featuring our famous walleye dinners for only $13.99.
Fox 9's coverage of the Minnesota State Boys High School Basketball Tournament is being brought to you by Jeep. Only in a Jeep. See your local Jeep dealer. Welcome back to the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Everybody having a good time. The second of 4 state championship games. We congratulate Mankato Loyola. They finished undefeated, 32-0, and win the 1A title. And Litchfield looking good here. Terry Early hit the shot, and he got hit in the mouth.
Good concentration, got poked in the face. But Litchfield is so good off the dribble. They can play half-court basketball, and also they can force you to extend your defense, and they have guys who can beat you off the bounce.
J.D. Jones, that's why Dave Thorson calls him the best pure shooter he's coached.
Nice head and shoulder fake to get the defense just far enough away to free up his right hand for the jump shot.
As well as Litchfield's played, give the Islanders credit. They're down 7. Towing the line is Cameron Rundles, and the freshman will walk it up. Rundles averaging 10 points a game. Lavelle Jackson swings it over. There's Jones. He's got 5 points in the first half. Rucker taking it to the basket. They kick it back out. Missing on the 3 was Bledsoe. He had an open shot.
Good job by Litchfield defenders to come over and close off that gap to force Rucker to pass the basketball back out.
Dragons swing it. Joe Patton open. Short. Doesn't miss many of those here at the Target Center these last 2 days.
Right now, DeLaSalle is doing a better job of getting all 5 guys back into the painted area to help out and rebound.
Cameron Rundles outside. Not many openings here, but DeLaSalle showing patience with a chance to cut it to 5. Rundles wants the ball if they can get it to him. Will he take the baseline? Carlson on him, the double team. They kick it out. Jackson's going to have to hit those or take those.
He's got to look to shoot. When you have a chance to shoot, you got to put the basketball up.
They swing it. Here's Rucker. he wants to drive on Carlson. He passed another one up.
So right now, Litchfield's doing a very good job of packing in that defense. They're going to force DeLaSalle to take the outside shot.
Foul away from the ball. It'll go against Litchfield on a push.
See, Jeff, right now, Litchfield understands on the defensive end that DeLaSalle is looking to drive the ball toward the basket. So they're packing in that defense into the painted area, not allowing DeLaSalle to turn the corner to find the gaps. They're going to force them to take jump shots.
First foul on Patton on the U.S. Bank scoreboard.
If you've got one of these, and one of these, and you need a new one of these, then you need this, carsoup.com, where you can shop thousands of new cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs with a few easy clicks. Whoa, what power. See photos, compare makes and models, get quotes, all your favorite local dealers, thousands of local new vehicles, one very cool car site.
Visit CarSoup at kmsp.tv.
One best friend? Good.
Oh my God!
Two best friends? Not so good.
Well, if it isn't Floto.
The Parkers. Then Flex's ex brings her new man home for the holidays.
This is gonna be the best Christmas ever!
Look at this freak show! One-on-one. And this girl's got game with John Sally.
You're tall, you're black.
Yeah, well, I never quite heard that one before.
Girlfriends. Then his sister's got a new playmate.
Where have you been hiding him?
In the bedroom, mostly. Half and half.
Monday night at 7 on UPN 29.
Boys basketball tournament memories going back to the mid to late 1960s. Edina had a combined 3-year record of 79-1. They went undefeated in 1966 and 67. Edina was the first team to win 3 straight state championships. Wow, the Hornets had a dynasty there. The first three-peat back in the mid to late 60s. Back to live action off the miss on the inbound. Here come the Dragons. So the Islanders missing a chance there to get it to 5. Up top, Hans Hogue switches it over to Joe Patton. He's headed to Moorhead State. So is Dan Devine.
You got to shoot that.
Raises the rim, but
has a hesitation, took his shot off.
Back to Joe Patton as the Islanders give up the offensive rebound. Hogue, no. On the glass. Patton is there, and there's a reach-in foul on Travis Bledsoe. His first, and that should put Litchfield at the line.
You know, Jeff, when that shot goes up, all 5 goal scorers need to get back into that painted area to pick up those long, loose rebounds. You cannot leave one guy when you're a small team on the inside by himself and ask him to get rebounds against a bigger opponent.
It was a 10-point game after the first quarter. It goes back to 8 now as 3-point swing there.
And Jeff, when you are the smaller team, you have to come up with those loose balls.
You saw Dave Thorson, the DeLaSalle head coach, 5 of the last 6 years at the tournament games in Mankato. He says he's had the same barber cut his hair. He's superstitious.
It's like Flip Saunders.
Yeah. There's a line violation. I think John Carlson came up. He wanted to travel, but it's a line violation as Jackson couldn't handle it.
See, now DeLaSalle needs to keep the ball in the middle of the floor. It's going to give them more space and more options to break down this pressure defense that Litchfield is applying.
Well, they had a chance to cut it to 5. Now it's 9, and it could be more than that.
Oh, good swing of the basketball from strong side to weak side to free up the 3-point shooter.
Devine intervention, Dan Devine in the closing seconds for 3, and now it's back to 12. Tonight's countdown clock, this afternoon's countdown clock, being brought to you by Liberty Corn. Closing minute here. In the land of the Giants, Lavelle Jackson kicks it back out to Travis Bledsoe. Cameron Rundle swings it to Rucker. He and Carlson in a good matchup. There's a blocking foul called against Litchfield. Patton was there. That is 2 on Patton.
That's a pretty good situation for DeLaSalle. Now, if they can just swing the ball 2 or 3 times and get Rucker on the move and make John Carlson chase him, now that's going to put Rucker in a better position where he can use his foot speed to get by and make plays happen.
Dan Devine out. 6'11" junior Robert Bruzewitz in. Great job by Rucker to get the ball over the 6'11" Bruzewitz. That's a tough 1-2 when you have Bruzewitz and Carlson to shoot over.
even though Rucker got on the inside, but the quick recovery by Litchfield defense got up to challenge the shot just enough to throw him off.
Final seconds as the Dragons play for one. Left side, Early likes to shoot it from there. Hogue for three from there, and they foul the three-point shooter, Travis Bledsoe, his second foul, but it will send Hogue to the line for three.
And you hate to see that as a coach, see players fouling jump shooters, but he was trying to get out there so quickly because the guys from Litchfield can catch and shoot the basketball, and you need to get out there to run them off that shot, but he was too over aggressive and got too close as he picks up the foul.
Hans Hogue in and out. Wanted to go down for him. He's got 5 points today. He had 17 in the semifinal and 23 in the quarterfinal. That one was against Malacca. Now it's up to 13. There's Dan Devine replacing Joe Patton for the last couple of seconds. Devine with 5 points. Hogue with 6. Make it a lucky 7. Final seconds of the half. Litchfield Jackson a little bit short. Litchfield in control halfway through. John Carlson with 11 points, perfect from the field. They were from close range. It's a 14-point lead for the Dragons. Ryan Lund is standing by with DeLaSalle head coach Dave Thorson. Ryan?
All right, Coach, you just said right there we were awful. How do you get back in this thing, down 14?
Well, we were just going to have to go out and get them. And their seniors out there, I thought, did a great job early in the game, and I thought we were a little tentative. But we're going to go out and play. We're going to try and attack and make it an interesting game.
When Rucker took the ball to the basket, it seemed to be effective. Will we see more of that, more penetration?
We're going to try to keep running our four motion and get their big guys out on us. But they've done a great job. They did a great job defensively on JD. We got to try to get him opened up.
Defensively, can you slow down Carlson down low, keep him off the boards?
Well, he's a little bit bigger than our guys, but we're going to try.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
All right, Dave Thorson going to talk to his team. DeLaSalle has its work cut out for it, down 14 to the defending champs. It is 30-16 Litchfield at halftime of our 2A championship game.
It starts as a simple idea, a new way of looking at things. And before long, that idea becomes so big, so revolutionary, that it changes everything you do. At U.S. Bank, it's the 5-star service guarantee. 5 ways that you'll get focused and attentive service from every department, every person, every transaction. And that's more than a promise. That's a guarantee. The 5-star service guarantee. Welcome to the new U.S. Bank. This changes everything.
The auto show was a great success. To celebrate, your Northland Ford dealers are offering an extra $500 in auto show bonus cash. Get a total of $2,500 cash back on a new Ford Focus, or a total of $3,500 cash back on a new Ford Taurus when you add $500 in auto show bonus cash. Choose from the sporty Focus or the safety of Taurus. That's $2,500 cash back on a new Focus or $3,500 cash back on a new Taurus. Drive away with one before March 31st and get $500 in auto show bonus cash. Only at your Northland Ford dealer.
Okay, people, we're rolling film. Cue the sledge at full throttle, please. Okay. Nice. Okay, show me A-cam. Good, good. Hey, where's the green one? Where's the freaking green one? I got her. She's up ahead. We'll get up there. I'm trying. Come on, I'm missing the shot here. I got a pin. Yeah, we're not going to catch that rocket. We need a faster chopper. You'll never work in this town again.
If it's weather, Carl's got it covered. Carl Spring on UPN 29 News at 10.
Litchfield with a commanding 30-16 lead at halftime of our Class 2A championship game back at Target Center, and it is now time for our AAA award ceremony celebrating academics, arts, and athletics. Let's go to PA announcer Dave Wright.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's celebration time at the Target Center. And today's celebration honors these students who are standing at center court for their achievements in the classroom, arts, and athletics. To honor these student leaders, the Minnesota State High School League and its member schools sponsor the Academic, Arts, and Athletic Award. This award goes to high school seniors who have a 3.0 or higher grade point average and who participate in league-sponsored athletic and fine arts activities. Awarding medals to these outstanding students are Jeffrey Olson, President of Minnesota State High School League's Board of Directors, and David Stead and Jody Redmond from the Minnesota State High School League. And now the 2003 Academic Arts and Athletic Award finalist. Representing Region 1A from Chosin Valley, Adam Fry. Representing Region 1-2 AA from Rochester Century, Cassandra Wells. Representing Region 2A from Nicollet, Jameson Wagner. And Linda Prawl of Sibley East. Representing Region 3A from Yellow Medicine East, Audrey Volstad. And Jacob Melby of Canby.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Representing Region 4A from Graham, Hannah Colzow.
Hannah, congratulations. They worked better this time.
And Joshua Coleman.
Josh, congratulations.
Representing Region 4 AA from Elk River, Nicole Olson. Representing Region 5A from Becker, Jeremiah Adelman.
Jeremiah, congratulations.
And Elizabeth Becko of St. John's Preparatory.
Elizabeth, congratulations.
Representing Region 5 AA from Osseo, Catherine Crambeer. And Phil Soudon of Park Center. Representing Region 6A from Ashby, Josie Rylander.
Josie, you're going to help do that, right? Congratulations. Thanks.
And Mark Goldswick of Pillager.
Mark, congratulations.
Representing Region 6 AA from Prior Lake, Jesse Wortman. Representing Region 7A from Two Harbors, Jenna Tregstad.
Congratulations again.
And Jacob Mayer of Aitken.
Jacob, congratulations.
Representing Region 7 AA from Princeton, Adam Miron. And Mary Somiak of Princeton. Representing Region 8A from Park Rapids, Tavia Schumacher.
Congratulations. I still think it was your mom.
Representing Region 8-2A from Ricori, Sarah Decker. And Nathan Browning of Lincoln. And the 2003 State Academic Arts and Athletic Award goes to Elisa Ingvelson of Blooming Prairie. Philip Litfin of Waconia. Elizabeth Eisenminger of Fairmont. And Alex Moorbacker of Warrow. The Minnesota State High School League will award a $4,000 scholarship to Elisa Phillips, Eric, Elizabeth, and Alex. And let's give all these students an outstanding big hand for their outstanding achievement.
'2003 AAA award winners, academics, arts, and athletics. Congratulations to them. Halftime here at Target Center of our Class 2A state championship game. It is the Dragons on top by 14. Jeff Grace and Trent Tucker going to get you ready for the second half when we come back.
What's new with Pontiac? Everything. Current GM owners and lessees can now lease a new 2003 Pontiac Grand Am SE for around $179 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for lease details. See your select Pontiac Excitement dealer today.
You're watching Minnesota State High School Tournament coverage here on UPN 29. I'm Chris Canangla. The conflict in Iraq has disrupted our lives in many ways, including television programming. In an effort to provide both continuous war coverage and tournament broadcasts, the games have been moved from Fox 9 to UPN 29. For war coverage, turn to Fox 9 and keep it here for high school championship action. UPN 29 News will have news updates throughout the tournament and break in with special reports as necessary.
Hey, desperate for some mood-altering funny stuff?
Wow.
Turn to UPN 29 at 6 for your weeknight comedy fix.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
One hit of The Simpsons.
That sounds super duper.
A dose of that 70s show.
And lots of it, yeah.
A humor high this good should be illegal.
I can't go to jail. I have to cheer tomorrow.
Get your weeknight comedy fix at 6 on UPN 29. It's a no-brainer, dude.
Well, it's been all green. The green of the Litchfield Dragons as they lead DeLaSalle 30-16. You know, Dave Thorson said that his team was awful. I don't know if they were awful. I think Litchfield was just darn good.
I mean, I think DeLaSalle played a pretty good first half, like you said, Jeff, but Litchfield is just too tough. They move the ball very well. They free up shooters. They're big and strong on the inside, so they are a tough team to deal with.
I think this DeLaSalle team, they're young. They are athletic, but Litchfield, they're a veteran team. I mean, they got 10 seniors, virtually everybody back from last year's
and
state
also,
champion.
they're pretty quick as well. I mean, they can move up and down the floor. They can get out and deny you on the defensive end. And then when they have a chance to run on the offensive end, they're very good at that game as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, Trent, let's take a look at some of the first half action, some of our highlights. We'll begin with Litchfield, and they just got off to a great start. They've been in front the whole way.
They move the ball very well. They set great screens to free up the shooters. And anytime you can get a good swing of the basketball from strong side to weak side, you can put guys in good position to shoot the basketball. And you just see here a nice high-low inside pass to John Carlson for a strong finish.
Well, it's Joe Patton and Heinz Hogue with the threes, and then Carlson with 11. On the other side, Richard Rucker's been good inside.
I mean, he has quick feet, so he can beat the inside guy to the basket, but also DeLaSalle will need to force some turnovers so they can get some easy baskets in transition.
Grant Hargett got that one there on the break. And then you see from outside J.D. Jones, who Dave Thorson calls the best pure shooter he's ever coached. What does DeLaSalle have to do, Trent, to try to trim this lead a little bit here in the third quarter?
Well, for one, Jeff, they need to get off to a good start to start this second half for sure. Then they need to play some good, strong interior defense, force the ball back on the outside, and somehow, some way, they have to free up Jones for him to get some good shots.
Well, let's show you how the numbers shake out from the first half. Here are the game stats, sponsored by Dodge.
When you see 48% from the field for Litchfield, that tells you that the inside game is working, and 20 points from the front court. So the inside game throughout the first half has really taken control of this game.
They're being out-rebounded, and DeLaSalle hasn't been to the free throw line yet. So what do you think in the second half? Trying to shut down these Dragons, trying to huff and puff and take the Dragons out of their game. I don't know how you do it.
It's going to be very, very tough, but they have to find a way to apply some defensive pressure forward court. If they can find a way to force some turnovers, that's going to give them a chance to get some easy looks, and that's the only way they can get back into this ball game.
Well, we'll have the second half for you in a moment as the upstart Islanders try to get back in it against the defending champion Litchfield Dragons.
If you got one heart, you are following love lights your way through the night in your heart.
Think this is your typical ATV? It's that easy. Mix and match. The combinations are endless. Arctic Cat. More ways to use your ATV.
When you want French bread, you go to France. Of course not. You go to your local bakery. Well, it's like that with CarSoup.com. CarSoup is your local source for all things automotive. Local dealers, local private sellers, cars from just around the corner and just across town. CarSoup is friendly, neighborly, and full of cool car stuff you can really use. You can buy, research, and sell right here from this place we call home.
Welcome back to the Target Center. Here's Ryan Lund with Litchfield head coach John Carlson.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Right on cue, the Litchfield band gets going when we do our interview. Coach, you're up 14 here. What would you like to see out of your guys right away to start this second half?
It's crucial we keep attacking. We got to attack them on our offensive end. We got to keep attacking the basket. I thought we've done a nice job there. And on the defensive end, we've got to play really solid defense. Keep from driving, making sure we know where their shooters are, and keep doing a great job on those guys.
When you stepped up, you said this thing's not over. Is that what you were reminding the kids in the locker room?
I told them we're down 10 right now, and we got to play like that. And I really mean it.
All righty, thanks, Coach. John Carlson not letting Litchfield get overconfident here. The Dragons are up 16, but according to him, they're down 10. We shall see. Jeff and Trent.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. And I guess, Trent, that's how you've got to pursue the game, because you don't want your guys to get too comfortable.
And also, he's going to make sure that his team does not lose the momentum, because in a game like this, things can turn very quickly, and he doesn't want DeLaSalle to gain any confidence throughout the second half.
Time for a tournament memory with a player you know well, Trent. Here's Jim Peterson.
Black in high school, and we had Orange Crush pop cans filled with coins, and coming out and seeing a sea of orange and black in our crowd is tremendous. And I think that's the overwhelming image that I have is our high school band, the St. Louis Park student body and fans sitting there, and the tremendous support that we got. It was the ultimate for me. And, you know, and when I went back to my high school reunion 10 years later, they were asked to fill out a questionnaire, and almost everybody wrote the fact that their best memory in high school was going to the state boys high school basketball tournament. So it felt good to have an impact on people's lives, and of course my mom and dad enjoyed it big time.
Jim Peterson really filled out too as he got into college and then in the NBA, where he was a great power forward. As you see someone else who has filled out well already, talking about John Carlson. But Jim really became an effective power forward.
No doubt. He had a chance to play with two big-time players in his first few years in the league down in Houston. Yeah. Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson.
Yeah. What a team that was. We should tell you that Zimbrota Mazeppa took third place in 2A. They defeated Esco 60-45. So we get back to the championship game. DeLaSalle starts with the ball first. From outside, good look. Good shot.
They were looking for it.
Travis Bledsoe puts it down, and it's 30-19.
Penetration by Jones and the kick out to free up the shooter. He knocks down a jump shot from 18 feet.
Nice pump fake. Hogue puts it down.
Nice move by Hogg. Stay on your feet on the defensive end. If you're not a shot blocker, there's no need for you to be going for ball fakes.
Hans Hogg with 9. 17 in the semifinal win against Zimbrota Mazeppa. 23 in the quarterfinal against Malacca. Driving, pulling up, Rundles, back to the rim. He had a good look.
He saw a gap for a split second, but the weak side defense is so quick to come over to take away any space. Good job by Litchfield.
From outside, Hogue, no. Carlson fights for it, gets it from Hargett, and they swing it back to Patton, who's open. Swings it inside to Carlson. Yes, he has got that left-handed hook. That's his opposite hand.
He can roll down the lane, soft touch off the glass.
Great hustle by the biggest man on the floor along the press table there. And they go right back inside to him.
It's a good catch and strong finish. Right now, DeLaSalle must be careful to not allow this game to get away from them.
15 for John Carlson in his last game of a great Litchfield career. In fact, for all of these seniors. Islanders swing it outside. J.D. Jones loses it off his foot, gets it back to Bledsoe. That's for 3, short, but Hargett is there underneath. It'll go the other way to Litchfield.
Anytime you face pressure defense up close, do not try to beat pressure defense with the dribble. move the basketball, swing it from strong side to weak side, because the pass can move much quicker than the players can.
Here's DeLaSalle on defense. Go back inside to Carlson. He swings it back to the open man. Patton, no. Rebound to J.D. Jones. Carlson already with a double-double, 15 points, 11 rebounds.
Great transition defense by the Dragons.
Foul right there on Hargett. That's 3 on him as Heinz Hogue took it away.
And it's a team that really understands how to play this game at the highest level. They can make that transition from offense to defense very quickly, and when you see a team do that, that tells me right there they are very well coached.
Dragons bring it up. Chance to make it a 19-point lead. Joe Patton, he'll go to Morehead State. So will Dan Devine. Dan Devine will play football there, and he's got the ball inside. Yes, tough shot for Dan Devine.
Good job by Dan Devine to lean in, to take the space away from the defensive player so he could not get himself into a position to make a play on the ball.
Devine with 7. Everybody on the floor for the Dragons has scored, and here it goes. Terry Early off to the races. Ooh, tough foul on the break there. Looks like Rundle's got him. Litchfield is just doing everything right.
Look at the quickness to step into the passing lane to pick off that pass, and then the ability to handle the basketball in the open court as he makes his move toward the hoop.
Looked like he almost carried the ball there a few dribbles away, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Timeout, DeLaSalle. Litchfield is in control of this one on the Menard scoreboard.
What a fun party.
Sure was.
You know, I was really pleased with the cheese platter.
Mm-hmm. Boy, this is going to be a bear to clean out.
Oh.
Hey! Great party, but you're running a little bit low on cheddar.
Hey, I found their fondue pot!
Ah, the power of cheese.
Sounds like good. Running fun.
UPN drama hits Tuesday. Buffy's kicking it with The Zone. The countdown to Buffy's final hour has begun.
He has a soul.
If no lock can stop him, no chains can hold him.
I want to kill the monster who took my mother away.
The evil in Spike must be destroyed. In all new Buffy, followed by the Twilight Zone on a special night. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. This portrait says murder. Paul Rodriguez stars. Tuesday night at 11 on UPN 29.
Fox 9's coverage of the Minnesota State Boys High School Basketball Tournament is being brought to you by U.S. Bank. Other banks promise great service. U.S. Bank guarantees it. Well, the DeLaSalle cheerleaders hanging in there with their young team. Litchfield on a 15-3 run, Trent, since 1:26 left in the second quarter. 15-3. Remember, DeLaSalle had a couple chances to get it down to 5, but since then it's been all Dragons.
A superior team on both ends of the court got themselves back together to regain control of this situation. DeLaSalle came out in the third quarter, got off to a good start by making their first shot. But ever since then, the Dragons have taken control of this game once again.
Now it's a 17-3 run. Now there's difficulty against the pressure, but the Islanders do get it across midcourt. There's Cameron Rundles.
You know, Jeff, not only are the Dragons quick, but they are fast as well.
From outside, Jones, no. That would have been a 3. Right away, Devine to Early on the break. It is stripped cleanly by Bledsoe. And getting it back is Rundles.
Good job by Bledsoe to get back in transition to break up that play.
Lavelle Jackson right side. Rundles out of room. He's on the line. He wanted a push off on Carlson, who was right there with him. Officials said he was out of bounds.
He has to show John Carlson a jump shot first to force him to come up. And if he can do that now, that's going to create the space that he's looking for where he can use his foot speed to get by John Carlson.
Here's Joe Patton, right side. This does remind me somewhat of the DeLaSalle team in 1997.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Wow. Now it's a charge. The charge is taken by Cameron Rundles. No basket.
What a gorgeous play. Head up at all time, but the defense does a good job to slide in to take the charge, but good unselfish play anyway, even though the defense made a better play.
So the third foul on number 3, Joe Patton, who got the charge before he dished. And there's a foul on Terry Early. That is his first foul. So a couple fouls here by the Dragons. DeLaSalle to inbound. I was just saying that this DeLaSalle team reminds me a little bit of the 1997 team. They lost big against a dominant Caledonia team. As you see the tie-up, and it'll go back to Litchfield. Caledonia that year was 29-0, a dominator in its class. As you see the great defense.
The worst place to take the basketball against pressure defense is to the sideline and then pick up your dribble, because they take away every angle or option that you're looking for.
Carlson tipped it, got it back. You see the turnovers in the game. Outside Early, no, it's 6-zip as far as turnovers go. DeLaSalle with 6 turnovers in this quarter.
Against the pressure D, keep the ball in the middle of the floor. Now you have more space. If you go to the sideline, your space is limited, and then you have no options to make anything else happen.
You see John Carlson, don't tell him his team is up by 21 in the third quarter. Here's Dave Thorson's huddle.
Can't do that. We can't gap penetrate until we move it a little bit. So we're going to go straight for motion, gap penetrate, move it, and play smart. Now down here, you got to continue to crank it up and guard. If they dead water screen, we got to try and call that out so guys don't get killed. Okay? Other thing is this. Okay? You remember this feeling. Okay? I'll talk to you after the game about it. You remember this. All right? Rise up. Here we go! Together on 3! 1, 2, 3, together! Come on, y'all.
Great work by our crew to get inside the huddle. Dave Thorson, he spelled it all out right there. He talked about the game, the screens, and he said, remember this feeling.
Right.
And his DeLaSalle team, I don't want to concede the game here at all. We still got a lot of time left, but exact same situation, 1997. They lost to a dominant team that came back and won back-to-back in 98 and 99.
And he's trying to let them know that, hey, you guys have done a good job to get here, but if you don't win this game today, remember how bad the taste feels in your mouth because you were not able to win the championship.
DeLaSalle coming out with a little pep in their legs. Good message, too, about the screens against these big DeLaSalle, these big Litchfield players. You don't want anybody running into a screen from John Carlson without calling it out first so you can avoid it.
Because he can inflict serious pain on you if you don't see him.
It's going to go the other way. We got a DeLaSalle foul. Dave Thorson less than pleased. They're going to give it to Rucker. His second. 3 team fouls apiece now. Here's Dave Thorson. Yeah, he got the superstitious haircut. It works 5 of the last 6 times. Down in Mankato, he said, hey, I'm getting a short haircut again. Early swings it to Patton. Driving in the lane, they kick it back out. Early for 3. No. Gold shirts on the glass, though. J.D. Jones will bring it up, and he'll push. Jackson ahead of the pack. Loses it in the lane. In traffic, they kick it back out. Pump fake.
It's the defense of Litchfield. From offense to defense, they know how to get back. DeLaSalle had the numbers, but the quickness and the speed of the Dragons got back to take away the offensive opportunity.
Now get Jeep Wrangler for around $15,500. Check one out today.
Hey, ladies, who wants a cold one?
Give me one. Me too.
All right, come to
Wendy's for a cold one. One of our delicious garden sensation salads, like our chicken BLT with marinated chicken, fresh greens, and grape tomatoes. Made fresh all day, every day, so you can take it wherever you go. The garden sensation salads from Wendy's. It's better here. And our pickup window is open till 1 a.m. or later, so you can eat great even late.
This afternoon's Fan Cam is being brought to you by U.S. Bank. It's all about the turnover. Oh, there's almost a steal. Look at the hustle on the floor by Cameron Rundles. But the other player right there, looks like they're going to call the foul. Well, they're both there. It's on Bledsoe. That's 3 on Bledsoe, 4th team foul on DeLaSalle.
And what's the trademark of any championship-type team? It is their strong defensive play.
Terry Early swings it to Joe Patton. Terry Early headed to Winona State. He's also a good football and baseball player. He'll go there.
Great patience by DeLaSalle. Not DeLaSalle, but Litchfield against a strong defense of DeLaSalle.
Oh, they got the shot they wanted. Hogue over the top. He gets it back. You know, in the warm-ups, a lot of the players, the majority of the time, just practiced passing on the Litchfield side. You see these crisp passes inside to Carlson. Hard foul there on Rucker. That's 3 on Rucker.
And you can see the patience on the offensive end. They know exactly what they want to do. They go over these things in practice every single day, so when they get to a game-type situation, they are prepared to execute.
15 for John Carlson. He's shooting 2. And John Carlson has been the force in this championship game.
Big and strong on the inside. His teammates do a good job of finding him down low. And then he plays with his back to the basket, looking like Dave Collins as he goes to that left-handed hook shot off the glass.
And watch him at the free throw line here. Well, can't get better than that. He shoots free throws with the right hand, but down low he shoots it with the left hand.
It's amazing. He's a pretty talented kid.
It's in my own opinion, Trent, but it seems like in the higher levels of basketball too, the opposite hand, it doesn't get emphasized. Players inside it. I mean, sometimes you see somebody like Tim Duncan go to the left, but a lot of players don't go to the left hand.
And if you're a strong inside player, you need to use both hands equally well.
Here come the Dragons bringing it up. Hans Hogue. There's Carlson, 2-man game with Bruzewitz. Hitting the floor hard was Travis Bledsoe. Hogue from downtown. Good rebound by Rucker. Here comes DeLaSalle in transition. All the way, Rucker.
Good job by Rucker going end to end. Great control with his body and the basketball for the strong finish.
8 for Richard Rucker as we get down to the final 40 seconds of the third quarter. Ball out of bounds. It'll go to DeLaSalle. Here's Richard Rucker, coast to coast.
Rucker does a good job to clear the rebound, and then the speed in the open court. His ability to take care of the basketball in traffic led to the lay-in.
Final half minute. Rucker up at the top. That's Lavelle Jackson. That was the first DeLaSalle basket. There's Jones from outside. Rebound Carlson. That was the first DeLaSalle basket in about 7 minutes.
It's going to be tough to win when you cannot score.
Patton to Carlson. Bounce pass to Vine, who takes the charge. I'm sorry, taking the charge hard was Travis Bledsoe. He's gotten some floor burns today. Here's Devine going hard.
Willing to put his body in the front of a charging offensive player to sacrifice for the betterment of his team.
Great job by Bledsoe. First foul on Devine. Here's the final seconds.
Well, hurry up.
Well, it would have counted, but not the shot they would have wanted. But DeLaSalle trying to do what it can, but the Litchfield Dragons are 8 minutes from their third title in 4 years.
The contract signing for McMahon and Hogan. WWE SmackDown.
Sunday on UPN 29.
If this was your wife,
Oh, shut up, Homer. No one wants to hear what you think.
and if these were your children,
Do we have a pool, Dad? Do we have a pool, Dad? Do we have a pool, Dad?
and if this was your father,
Sure, a lot of ugly people in your neighborhood. Oh, look at that one.
and if this was your buddy, and if this was your job,
15 seconds to core meltdown.
then this would be you.
I'm going crazy.
5 times a week, The Simpsons.
The Simpsons, weeknights at 5 and 6 on UPN 29. Two brothers, 4 crazy friends, 3 sets of annoying parents, throwing a frazzled wife, 1 nosy mailman. What do you get? The 9 o'clock comedy block, Sunday through Friday, 9 to 10, only on UPN 29.
Fox 9's coverage of the Minnesota State Boys High School Basketball Tournament is being brought to you by Dairy Queen. DQ, something different. Welcome back to Target Center. Green has been the color of choice here in the 2A championship. It's been all Dragons here, but you look at the score by quarters, Trent, really, other than that first one, pretty tight. It was 10-5 in that third quarter. A 40-21 game right now, but that first quarter really set the tone.
No doubt.
Right side, Jones, nice shot.
Good job by Jones to take the one bounce to get close enough to find the rhythm that he was looking for on that jump shot.
So J.D. Jones hits the J. He's got 7. Down to Carlson. He's a little farther from the basket than he'd like, but he's going to drive. Nowhere to go. The bounce pass the other way, and it's picked off.
Look for the push.
A rare turnover by the Dragons. Left side, J.D. Jones, short. One shot. Here comes Patton. Spin dribble, brings it outside. 5'11" senior, flips it to Devine for 3, no. A lot of contact on the floor.
And now there's no need for Litchfield to rush. Time is on their side.
Overplayed defense, nice job by Rucker as the ball comes right over to me.
It's your turn to shoot.
There we are. Yeah, got to get that quick outlet pass. I give it back to you, then the quick. Bryce Drew.
Hey, he's like Bernard King always told me. Whenever in doubt, shoot.
That's right. He was fun to watch.
He was.
They call it the Bernie and Ernie show at Tennessee. Bernard King and Ernie Grunfeld in the pros. Bernard King, he was just money.
I mean, he was a great low post player. I mean, only 6'7". His shot was so quick. He could play against bigger defenders because they were not quick enough to get up and challenge that shot. And also he had tremendous footwork down low to either step around and get some easy baskets as well.
I always thought he was a great story of resiliency. He started out with some problems, and he really turned his life around. And when they would get the ball to him, so determined.
And also he went down, with a serious injury. And then for him to work so hard to get himself back into position, going to Washington. I remember when he came back to the Garden to play against us, he scored 50-plus points. And as you see, Dave Thornton trying to preach to his team to continue to play hard. Don't give up yet.
We know we're doing. We get back out there, Cam. All right, here we go. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't give up.
Don't keep playing. Let's go, Rick.
Nice job again by our crew taking inside the huddle. Our attendance this afternoon, 6,556. Yep, Dave Thorson telling his team to stay focused.
Just continue to play hard. I mean, you guys are very, very young. This will be a good experience for you guys. And then down the road, 2 or 3 years from now, you guys should be old enough to take away a championship yourself.
Richard Rucker is the only senior who really sees significant playing time. So we're going to lose one player. Dave Thorson wanted a foul there, and there's a travel, so he'll get the ball back. His Patton took too many steps. See how much mileage he got out of one pass out of bounds, how he turned it into the Bernard King story?
No doubt.
And that's pretty good.
Yeah. We're all over the place. We can cover multiple things.
Diversify. So he was fun. Right side, Lavelle Jackson, tough shot.
Oh, good body control. into the land of the trees, somehow found a way to lift the ball over the outstretched hand of the defenders.
Jackson's first bucket, nicely done. He's trying to cover Carlson. Oh, that's impossible. He wanted that one.
So now that pass happened for one reason, because there was no ball pressure on the passer. His vision was too clear and too open.
Here's a nice move, though, by Lavelle Jackson.
No pressure on the passer. Now he has a clear vision to pick out the post man. If you want to take away the post game, you have to get up and take the vision of the passer away first.
Carlson's at the line. That was the 5th foul on junior Grant Hargett. You see him there, getting a pep talk from Dave Thorson.
Carlson, 2 shots.
Yeah, two teams kind of opposite ends of the spectrum here today. DeLaSalle thinking of the future, and this Litchfield team will lose 10 seniors. John Carlson, what a run he has had. He coached his older son, Alex Carlson, who's now a standout player at St. Cloud State, where Coach John Carlson also played. They won the title back in 2000. Now, here they are going for their 3rd and 4 years, and they're well on their way, obviously. That team went 30-0 back in 2000.
They're well coached, and it's also nice to have talented players to coach, because it's so much easier for them to understand what you're trying to teach.
John Carlson with the exclamation.
Going up high and coming down hard.
I've heard that somewhere.
Kevin Harlan.
Foul on the other end by Litchfield. Well, John Carlson has 18 points. I can't think of a better signature play than this.
Quick step to the baseline. Strong explosion around the hoop for the big-time slam dunk. Good catch, good first step, and then the strong finish over the top.
He and Chris Humphreys would have a great matchup in the post.
Oh, no doubt.
Humphreys with more moves, but Carlson a presence down there.
Look at the defense by the Dragons.
Still in an 18-point lead. They're treating it as if it's a tie game. Richard Rucker had some success in the paint. Look at that move.
Nice step through by Rucker to free himself away from Carlson for the short jump shot in the lane.
10 for Rucker. Driving, Terry Early, baseline drive.
Just a physical move, just using his strength to work over his defender for the short jump shot on the baseline.
Early with 6, Hogue with 9. So all those guys, along with Patton, led the Dragons in scoring last night. Carlson only had 4. They've taken advantage of the size today, and it's been Carlson who's dominated. Off the miss by Rundles, rebound Early.
Just because of the range of the outside shooters from Litchfield, DeLaSalle had to get up. So that opened up the inside game for John Carlson to do his thing.
Elbow thrown there by Carlson. He'll get the foul. They are flipping here at the state tournament for the Dragons.
Start a banking relationship with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but roll out the red carpet. Stop by a nearby U.S. Bank now and sign up for free checking with checking that pays and earn cash back every time you use your check card. See a friendly U.S. banker for details. Pay your bills online with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but teach you how to type. Stop by U.S. Bank now and sign up for free internet banking. Plus, take advantage of internet bill pay free during your first 60 days.
Come see what's new with Pontiac, then drive one. See your select Pontiac Excitement dealer today.
Welcome back on the Chevrolet scoreboard. John Carlson just hit 2 free throws while we were gone. Let's listen in.
Terry, you might have to come. You understand that? So presso first. When you get it down on this end, spread it way out. But we're running Husky to score. Everybody understand? We're trying to score the basketball still, okay? Defensively, run 22 and 2D and just stay real solid. You two guys have to keep covering as much territory as you can with help from you two guys. Just play solid D. And then contest box out. No drives. Keep off the baseline. We're all set. Okay, come on. Hit. Come on.
It says it all right there. Intensity, you saw the father-son relationship. They're still trying to score. As we show you the leading scorers, great job by our crew once again taking you inside the action. John Carlson has been the guy today. He's got 20, and Richard Rucker gamely trying to get inside. He's got 10.
And what the coach from Litchfield is telling his players right now, continue to push the basketball, look to score, but let's finish off this game the right way.
John Carlson, well, dunks will help, but he hasn't missed a shot. He's 8 for 8 from the field. There's J.D. Jones with a 3.
Has a nice, smooth stroke from downtown.
Carlson, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 8 for 8 from the field.
Got a guard. Come on.
Left side. Carlson used to double-doubles. He had 33 and 15 against Sauk Rapids Rice, a 3A school we'll see tonight. Against Minneapolis Henry, the other team in the 3A title game, he had 26 points and 15 rebounds. Speaking of, Minneapolis Henry will play Sauk Rapids Rice. Minneapolis Henry going for 4 state titles in a row against Sauk Rapids Rice, who ended the regular season ranked number 1. So that'll be an intriguing one. Look at the move by Rucker. No foul there in the lane. And wow, down went Lavelle Jackson. Dave Thorson just looked over at us and said his team can't get a break.
Can't get a break here. Rucker trying to finish, not enough elevation to get to the basket. And then Litchfield gets back to force the turnover.
Early to the hoop. You can't question the effort of DeLaSalle. Bledsoe and Lavelle Jackson hitting the deck often here, hustling, but it's just too much Litchfield.
DeLaSalle has played very, very hard. They have no reason to hang their heads because no one expected them to be here. They fought their way here. They have played a good basketball game, but today they ran into the best team in the state.
And they've played 3A schools like Minneapolis Henry and 4A, Minneapolis North. They played St. Thomas Academy, a 3A school, to open the season. From downtown, short, that was Jones. There's Patton up the court. A reach-in foul on Jones. That's his second. And it's going to be Litchfield shooting free throws from here on out.
You know, Jeff, the future for DeLaSalle is very bright. And when you have as many young players as they have right now, you know that they will be back in this situation once again.
Yep. This will be Joe Patton at the line. Joe has 5 points today. I think that's a sign of a great team, too. The way they went inside, they saw the obvious advantage. He had 19 points yesterday. All the scoring is flip-flopped. Those outside shooters were the force last night, and then today they just fed Carlson.
Well, the main game plan for Litchfield is to go inside to Carlson, but last night, you know, their opponent took the inside game away, so that led to outside shooting, and those guys was knocking down shots big time. They love to play inside-outside, not outside-inside.
Well, that was Patton from the outside. Zambroda Mazeppa stayed with him through about a half, and then the Dragons just pulled away. Crossover dribble Jones outside. That is a substitute in the game. Paul Leffler, one of the seniors on the team, only 3 of them. Ben Lenyard is the other one. So Dave Thorson giving his seniors a chance to play. Left side, Travis Bledsoe trying to drive, and he's cut off. Now the DeLaSalle fans want Leffler to shoot the ball. Swings it, driving, Rundles inside. Leffler, look out! Well, he almost got a 3-point play.
It's a good job. Once you go inside among the trees and you face shot blockers, the first thing you do is show them the basketball because they will leave their feet because they're trying to block shots. That's a good decision down low among the trees.
Nice dish by Rundles. DeLaSalle will be at the line when we come back.
Now during the National Caravan event, grab America's best-selling minivan, Dodge Caravan SXT. With 4 captain's chairs, dual sliding doors, a V6, keyless entry, air conditioning, and more. Plus our best warranty, our fully transferable 770 powertrain limited warranty. Plus our best deals, like a $2,500 cash allowance getting you a Caravan for just $21,350. Add it all up, it equals the best values in America at the National Caravan event.
You're watching Minnesota State High School tournament coverage here on UPN 29. I'm Chris Kanangla. The conflict in Iraq has disrupted our lives in many ways, including television programming. In an effort to provide both continuous war coverage and tournament broadcasts, the games have been moved from Fox 9 to UPN 29. For war coverage, turn to Fox 9 and keep it here for high school championship action. UPN 29 News will have news updates throughout the tournament and break in with special reports as necessary.
There's the Chevrolet scoreboard. Litchfield had 30 at half, 40 after 3 quarters, and they're on a nifty 50, leading by 20 over the Islanders. And I can't say this enough, the Islanders obviously setting the table for next year. Just like in '97, they have a young team. We'll see how they come back next year. As Rucker went up high against Hogue, that's who's going to get the foul, his second. So Richard Rucker, gotta like this guy.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, he's a good basketball player. You know, if he could only grow, he would be a whole lot better. I mean, with his inside game, if he could grow to be about 6'5", 6'6", or 6'7", he would have a great chance to play at the next level. But as he continues to grow as a basketball player, his game now must move from the inside to the outside. His jump shot has to become better if he wants to continue basketball at a higher level.
A 3-year varsity starter, so he's no, he's not enjoying the way the games went, but this is the last part of his career here as a high school player. Carlson with a rebound up to Joe Patton. We're waiting for a Litchfield timeout so they can empty the bench to this special starting 5. There's Early driving, spin move. Missed everything, but inside, Hogan Early inside. Loose ball to go the other way. Still the hustle on the floor. And here we go. This is a special moment. Let's watch as the seniors for Litchfield come out, including John Carlson, the son of the head coach. Some joy on that sideline, but some tears on the bench as well.
Because that great run that these guys have experienced for so many years now must come to an end.
Three state titles in 4 years. Wow. What a run for these guys. 5 seniors. They won it last year. The countdown clock this afternoon, by the way, being brought to you by Option Corn. Smiles coming out on the Dragons bench. You see father and son there in the foreground and the background. You know, John Carlson, the coach, said this year his challenge was
you got to be strong and flow. We're in 2D. Don't double team in 2D. You understand that? Make sure you hand people off. Okay, finish strong now. Okay?
He said the expectations this year were challenging because instead of not that they weren't happy after wins, but it was kind of let's move on to the next one because they're expected to be here and they are. And he said that was the challenge in this team is you didn't have to really pep them up. They go about their business at the amateur level in a professional way, and it was after each win, let's move on, and they have. And they never lost to a 2A or 3A school. Jefferson, the only team in Minnesota to beat them. They lost to a school from Missouri also. Now we've got substitutions. Jordan Anderson, number 40, he's a senior. Jonathan Early, the cousin of Terry, he's a junior. There's Bruzowicz from outside. Rebound That went to Preston Holtz, who's headed to Mankato, and we've got some contact on the floor with Rundles and Bruzewicz. Let's not see any of that here.
It's a very physical game throughout. A lot of bumping and banging. Guys throwing their bodies around.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's going to be some sore young men after this game is over.
Yeah, that's a 6-footer against 6'11". Here comes the DeLaSalle substitutes. Remember, this is the last game for Richard Rucker, who has 11 points to lead the Islanders. And this is nice to see as Rucker comes out along with some other players.
I mean, DeLaSalle today played their hearts out. They played strong for the, perhaps throughout the first half of the basketball game. But at this time of the year, the best team will always show up. And in Class 2A, the Litchfield Dragons, they were too much to deal with.
These three championship teams, 87-5. Here goes Bruzewicz, also coming out, Jonathan Early. Justin Tim, a senior, is in the game for Litchfield. This is J.D. Jones at the line. Also in the game, Tony Nelson, a senior, as J.D. Jones comes out. Final minute. Inbounds, that is Justin Tim, who got the Football Hustle Award. So a lot of these guys play multiple sports. That's Jordan Anderson. He's going to Mankato as a track hurdler. Inside, nice play. Block shot, picking up the foul was Preston Holtz. That's Paul Leffler, one of the seniors. There's Richard Rucker. Will have another substitution. Ben Lenyard, the third of the three seniors, will check in for DeLaSalle. So all the seniors on both teams getting a chance to play.
As a coach, you will love to give every player a chance to get on the floor in a situation like this, but you would like the game to be a lot closer. But both coaches doing a very good job of giving each player a chance to get on the floor, on this floor, in a very special moment.
Ben Lenyard comes in for Quentin Moore, a sophomore. Quentin Moore, Cameron Rundles, part of that nucleus for the future. Dragons have 6 juniors and a sophomore back next year. Remember, tonight should be a great one. Number 1, Sauk Rapids Rice. Some people think Henry should be number 1 as they go for their 4th straight title. They'll have their hands full against Sauk Rapids Rice at 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, at 6:30. 6:30 on Fox. From outside, short was Nate Ossel, a sophomore. The final seconds, Litchfield has done it. 3 state titles in 4 years. With 2 seconds left, they stop the clock. Foul committed by Gio Gidio. He says, wait a minute, the celebration can wait. The coaches just shook hands, though. I think Dave Thorson wants to let John Carlson and his team just enjoy this when the clock goes to 0. Nice gesture by Dave Thorson.
He's a class act. Like he said, he told his team, remember this moment. Know how this moment feels. It's a bad taste in your mouth right now. You're young enough, you're talented enough to get back here once again, and then once we get here, we can do the same thing to someone else what Litchfield has done to us today.
Justin Tim, a senior, 1 out of 2, and that's it. Congratulations to Litchfield. 87-5 in the last 3 state title championship teams. 51-33. Really, after the first quarter, each quarter-by-quarter score, Trent, was close. It was 17-7 after one, and then they outscored them 13-9, 10-5, and were actually outscored in the fourth 12-11, but the game was decided well before that.
You know, Litchfield got off to a good start. They showed their early dominance. They went inside to John Carlson, their best player, their strongest player, and he got off to a good start, and they never looked back from there.
Coach John Carlson said this is going to be harder for him to go through this moment because he's staying put at Litchfield. His son is moving on to Notre Dame, so he's going to savor this. Obviously, John, the player, is as well, but the coach said he's going to try to stand back and look at this because his son will move on after graduating from high school.
No doubt, and also he has to get back to trying to rebuild this basketball program once again to put them right back at the top. When you lose so many quality players, you know, your biggest concern now, where can I find some more quality players to keep us on top?
And I have a feeling we'll be seeing DeLaSalle back here very soon, a young team. And that's what everybody's after, the second place and the championship trophies. We're going to get the all-tournament team first. Then we'll have the second place medals, the second place trophy, and then the championship medals and trophy to Litchfield. We're just waiting for the band to stop, and then we'll have the all-tournament team from public address announcer Dave Wright. 51-33, the final in this one, as the Dragons win it for the second straight year and 3 in the last 4.
They're pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, they can do it in so many ways. You talk about a team that is well balanced and well put together.
Well, let's go to Dave Wright for the awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award ceremony is about to begin. The award ceremony will be conducted by representatives of the board of directors: Tim Dittmer of South St. Paul, Steve Olson of Rosemont, Jeff Olson of St. Peter, Sharon Early of Mankato, Dave Stan, Executive Director of the State High School League, and Lisa Lissamore, Associate Director of the High School League. Presenting the trophies for U.S. Bank at center court is Mr. Eric Volbrick of Monticello. At this time, we'll present the 10-member U.S. Bank All-Tournament team chosen by sport writers and sportscasters covering the tournament. These students have distinguished themselves by their athletic excellence, leadership, team commitment, and exceptional sportsmanship. And now the Class 2A All-Tournament team. And we ask the players come forward as their names are called. From Esco, center Gavin Erickson. From Esco, forward Matt Townsend. From Zumbrota, Mazeppa, forward Tyler McAtee. From Zumbrota, Mazeppa, guard Josh Hintz. From DeLaSalle, guard J.D. Jones. From DeLaSalle, forward Richard Rucker. From Litchfield, forward John Carlson. From Litchfield, guard Terry Early. From Litchfield, guard Hans Hogue. And from Litchfield, guard Joe Patton. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2003 U.S. Bank Class 2A All-Tournament team. U.S. Bank and the Minnesota State High School League congratulate you. Silver medals in the Class 2A second place trophy will now be awarded to DeLaSalle High School. And we'll ask the players, managers, and coaches to come forward as their names are called. Travis Bledsoe. Lavelle Jackson. Grant Hargan. Nate Ossel. Paul Leffler. J.D. Jones. Gio Jadillo. Cameron Rundos. Richard Rucker. Janelle Holman. Ben Lenyard. Quentin Moore. Garon Patterson.
Congratulations. Thank you. You're welcome.
Student managers Megan Larson. Allison Vogte. Assistant coaches Dan Rabishko. Broderick Powell. Todd Anderson. And head coach Dave Thorson.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome very much.
Thank you.
And now would the captains of DeLaSalle come forward to take your Class 2A second place trophy. With a record of 23-9, the DeLaSalle Islanders. The 2003 Class 2A boys basketball champion is Litchfield High School. Each official squad member gets a gold medal, and we ask that the members, managers, and coaches come forward as your names are called. Joe Patton. Dan Devine. Justin Tim. Terry Early. Hans Hogue. Jonathan Early. Preston Holtz. Mike Gustafson. Eric Holmgren. Jordan Anderson. John Carlson. Sean Nordine. Adam Mathwig. Aaron Goraskowski. Josh Baumgartner. Tony Nelson. And Robert Broswitz. Student managers, Jared Laidlaw and Kevin Kruger. Assistant coaches, Matt Drager. Ken Gustafson. And Jason Michaels. And head coach John Carlson. And now at this time, ladies and gentlemen, will the captains of the Class 2A Championship Litchfield Dragons come forward to take your trophy.
You're not going to find a more worthy champion. Mankato Loyola can say the same thing in 1A. They're having a good time. The Litchfield Dragons are your 2A champions. A little bit of trivia, Trent. The team that kept Litchfield from a four-peat, the 2001 champion, Kenyon.
You know, Litchfield was good. I mean, they got their best player going early. He was strong on the inside, and once he got off to a good start, the confidence in the basketball team from Litchfield just continued to build and build and build.
John Carlson had 20 points. What a moment right here. The Carlsons, father and son. That's great. Can't get better than that.
No, it's special. I mean, the basketball relationship between father and son will come to an end, but the relationship between father and son will live on forever.
The Carlsons, along with John's older son, Alex, won the title in 2000. DeLaSalle won the two previous to that in 98 and 99. Well, that was a special moment right there.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, anytime you have a chance to win a state championship, it's a special moment. These guys played very hard throughout day one. The expectations was there for them to win once again. They were able to maintain their focus, to stay on top. Injuries are a key thing to avoid when you're trying to win a championship, and these guys stayed healthy throughout the rest of the season, and that's how they were able to be strong at this time of the year.
During the award ceremony, when DeLaSalle got the runner-up trophy, I saw John Carlson, the graduating senior, say, those guys are going to be tough next year, so we'll see what the Islanders do next year. However, this is Litchfield's moment. Here's Ryan Lund with John Carlson.
All right, Jeff, thank you. With John Carlson, an emotional guy. You're not a guy who shows a lot of emotion, so this is, I think, something special and something that everybody can appreciate. The hug with your dad, the 3 state titles in 4 years. Can you sum up what this all means?
No, I can't. It's been so special. Just the teammates I've had, and I've had my dad as a coach. It's been unbelievable.
Could you have asked for a better ending and a better story to this?
No, I thought we played phenomenal. You know, we played as a team. We played good defense. You know, the old cliche, defense wins championships. It does. You know, we played good D. We played as a team. We had a lot of fun doing it.
You said it very well there, played as a team. Yesterday, you only scored 4 points, yet the team was able to advance here into the championship game. Then today, able to get 20. Is it the kind of offense where you take what the defense gives you?
Exactly. Last night, they took away the inside, so I didn't anticipate taking many shots, and I didn't. We had a lot of guys that hit big shots, and that's just how we play. We play as a team.
We saw the special moment there with your dad earlier in the fourth quarter when you and the other 4 starters came out. You guys had a big hug. So much accomplished by this senior class. Tell me a little bit about what was said at that time.
Not a lot was said. I was a little choked up, but those guys mean so much to me. That's about all I can say.
All right. Well, John Carlson, congratulations. Some amazing accomplishments here at Litchfield, and we look forward to seeing you play a little football for Notre Dame.
Thank you.
All right, John Carlson, Litchfield Dragons, Class 2A state champions for the 2nd straight time, 3rd time in 4 years. Litchfield beats DeLaSalle to claim the 2003 Class 2A crown. We'll be back at Target Center with more.
Now in its 9th year, the Wendy's High School Heisman Program continues to recognize the nation's top high school seniors who excel in academics, athletics, and community service. This year in the state of Minnesota, we had over 250 nominations for this prestigious award. The Minnesota Wendy's franchisees and corporate partners would like to thank all those who participated and say congratulations to Ashley Meshke of Pequot Lakes High School and Kyle Lampa of Babbitt and Barris High School on being this year's Minnesota State winners. Wendy's High School Heisman, recognizing outstanding youth in your communities.
We're here at this year's auto show, and the scene is electric. See the future, but take advantage of great deals today.
Now, qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing on a 2003 Chevy Malibu and Impala. Or GM owners get $3,500 total cash back on Malibu and Impala. $500 auto show bonus cash ends March 31st. See your select Heartland Chevy dealers today.
From tournaments past, this great clip is brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
With Hopkins leading by 1 with just seconds to play, Washburn's Aaron Boone fails to tie the game with a free throw. After a scramble, one of the smallest players on the court, Byron Suttles, comes up with a huge rebound and follow-up basket for the game winner.
This great clip brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
I decided a long time ago that Great Clips was my salon. And then I had to decide on a new style. Choosing Great Clips was so much easier. They carry professional products like Matrix. The atmosphere is relaxed, and most of all, I trust them. They really know what they're doing. Well, years of experience will do that for you. Well, whatever it is, I'm just glad it ends up in my haircut.
Visit Area Great Clips to register for Trans Global Vacations Getaway to Circus Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Contest rules apply.
Make room in the Litchfield Trophy case for yet another net and another state championship trophy. The Dragons beat DeLaSalle 51-33 for Litchfield's 3rd Class 2A state championship in 4 years. Ryan Lund, Tom Linneman back with you. And Tom, Litchfield was ranked number 1 at the beginning of the season. They finished number 1 as well. The Dragons take home the trophy today. We got to see John Carlson at his best in his last state basketball game.
Absolutely. What a phenomenal player. He's played for 4 years for John Carlson. His own father at Litchfield. You can tell he's a coach's kid. He understands the game. What a great win for Litchfield.
John Carlson, one of the 5 starting seniors for this Litchfield class, and they showed their poise, they showed their experience, just a well-disciplined, great executing basketball team.
Yeah, Coach John Carlson proves why he is one of the best coaches in the state and one of the most well-respected. His teams do so many things right. They pass the ball, they play defense. It's really a clinic for how to play high school basketball.
Talked to Coach Thorson of DeLaSalle beforehand. He knew they didn't have much of an answer for Carlson, and unfortunately for the Islanders, they did not. Carlson able to dominate inside, and he gives us our Chevrolet play of the game. John Carlson just dominating down low. You see the rebound there, kicks it back out, but this one's going to end back down in his hands.
He's so strong in the middle. Last night he did not force the issue. Today, using both the left and the right hand. It's a very versatile player. Those hands are going to look very good to Tyrone Willingham next year at Notre Dame. Big dunk there. John Carlson stealing the show.
That two-handed tug, putting the exclamation point on this win. At that time, the dunk put Litchfield up 43-25 in the fourth quarter and ended what any hopes of a comeback that DeLaSalle had ended with that dunk right there. Well, Tom, thank you very much for your help. I've enjoyed these last 3 days with you.
It's been a lot of fun.
All right, Trent and Jeff going to finish this up when we come back to Target Center. John Carlson cutting down the nets for the Litchfield Dragons. There it is, another 2A championship.
If buying or selling a used car leaves you